So I've been watching some Australian motorsport recently, really enjoying it, and people have been giving me some great videos to react to, so keep telling me more in the comments what you want me to watch. One of them that a couple of people actually mentioned is this Supercars best passes. So this should be interesting, hopefully another video with some great action. You can tell me what you think about this and what's your favourite pass from this video.
But this will trigger the Lexus RCF safety car.
Oh, that's big. That is a very big crash. Oh my God, that is so fast. That's a huge crash.
And then splits the pack and out they go. Now it's on for the minors. Percat versus Pye. And Pye's up there. He gets him. So Scotty Pye now up into position number 2. Oh my goodness, he hung on to it. Our heart rates are off the scale. Shaw Racing damaged. Contact again between the HRT cars. That was triggered by Heimgartner. It's on again between the HRT cars. Tander down the inside. That was all brought about by Heimgartner.
Mike Van Gisbergen all weekend, his fastest when they first rolled the car out on Friday, and he strides straight. Oh, no. He's got it stopped. Well done. Beautiful bit of car control and great effort by Mark Winterbottom to clear him. All the wheels.
The way that was sliding there to control that was great.
He skated it in. I mean, check this out.
That was like a movie. I'm not sure how he even managed that.
Garth Tander, Bathurst champion of years gone by. Oh, he's in trouble. He's run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel.
Yeah, I've seen that one on the last video actually.
Setting up to talk about Tander, and the opposite has applied. Scott McLaughlin has won this race. Scott McLaughlin and Volvo snatched it. They snatched it with 100 metres to go. They're going to the whole racing team. Second day running, he's picked up a victory. Here's the replay from onboard Scott, and he must have thought that Santa arrived.
Oh man, you can feel the power with that camera angle.
Trying to slosh fuel around in the collector, trying to get fuel picked up. It's never over till it's your own thing. Here we go, bit of action here.
Thompson and Craig Lowndes.
3 abreast. Good move. I think the only victim was a mirror. To these conditions very quickly. Tander up on the outside of the hairpin. Winterbottom 2 wheels up on the curbing, trying to grab Holdsworth. Now here comes Kelly, 3 wide.
What a battle. Look at those 3 cars. Unbelievable.
Neck and neck.
Around the 6th turn.
3 of them.
3 wide into turn 7. And Todd Kelly is going to go from 10th up to 3rd by the time that we get the 2nd lap done. But
this is that action earlier we came out of the break before. Have a look at this down at the old turn 1, turn 3 now. Fantastic 3 cars wide, and they managed to all get it resolved without tearing each other apart.
What an amazing view for the young 19-year-old Shane Van Gisbergen to see all that happen.
Here it is from onboard. Paul Morris was the meat and the sandwich. Lowndes was wriggling down the dirty side of the road. And of course, Shane Van Gisbergen had the inside when they got... So here's the crisscross down at 11. This is Percat, Heavy Haulage Australia, the silver and blue Commodore. Up the inside here of Whincup. Jamie opened up the steering so there wasn't contact, but what that did was put him in the grey. Once he was on the concrete, it's very dusty. Watch the car slide, bang, grabs the marbles, probably gets away with it, but then kept the momentum and just jammed it up the inside of the final turn.
Very clever driving, man.
Gets away with it at 13.
Especially after bumping into the barrier there.
exactly right.
And Stephen Johnson saying that his car is dramatically losing braking efficiency. That was always on. How was that for a slice? Here comes Slade. Remember, he's charging back.
This is going to be ugly because, here we go.
Steve Owen does the switch back and gets that spot back from Michael Caruso. That was all very touchy.
Well, he got served up.
Then Caruso, here's...
Yeah, I mean, so far, like, it just reinforces what I think about Australian supercars is one of the most exciting motorsports and one of the most exciting sports, man. The way they're actually bumper to bumper, side to side, everybody's pushing it as hard as they can. And when you mix in even things like that camera angle, which people told me is invented in Australia, you really feel the power and the action like nothing else.
Young Cameron Waters. He leads the Dunlop or Development Series, the second tier of the sport. Coulthard.
He's going for it.
He dropped it off the left side. Lowndes for the second time in 2 days is exploiting the limits here. He tried to go down the inside. Hairpin. He's done it without any other additional cost. Sometimes when you do that, you're vulnerable to the next guy in the queue. Here's the replay. Check it out. This is wild.
Just absolutely went for it.
That's McLean goes out Ingle now, up into the top 10. Skate continuing his relentless surge through the pack. He's got the enforcer right in front of him. And this man, if he's got enough power and grip, he's going to fight. Oh, cruncher!
Did he?
Wow. So, the enforcer...
Off the scale as Whincup does everything he can. He had a 3-second margin. He blocks down the inside because he can. He comes away, another way. And Boston goes through on the inside. This is huge in Australian motorsport. They've gone berserk at Ford Performance Racing. This kid is going to win this thing today, and so is Paul Morris. Has not led a lap all day, Croppo. Not led a lap. Jazz Mostert is going to win with Paul Morris. Underneath him when they get to 10, the crowd reacts. This is fantastic. Whincup up the inside. McLaughlin gives him some space. They run.
Millimeters from that there,
He's
man.
got through the champions, done the job. Dive down the inside, down the inside. So close. What a battle.
Unbelievable. Craig Austin wins. He's back. And Scott McLaughlin puts one on the champ.
That was just fantastic action, man. Yeah, tell me what you think about that one.
It's got a bit of creative license to say that he's the quickest out there, but I'm sure that Russell...
Oh, drama.
In the door. Excuse me, young fella.
Hang on, but it's not going to work for him. He's got to do
Wrong
this
side.
crisscross again. That's the door damage we just saw.
But when you go the other way, that's hard work.
Like you're 50 years older.
Like you're 50 years older. Oh, Lowndes, a monster move up the inside. He's got away with that one.
Oh.
And that was stylish.
That was unbelievable. That was so nice.
Watch this again on the Zinger replay. Check it out.
Look at that, man.
You've got to give him points for that one.
Up on two wheels.
Have a go.
was very good.
He steered it in there MotoGP style on the back wheels. He started on 2 wheels. And he thought, well, while I'm at it.
Still took the turn so tight as well.
11, further cementing his legendary status at Phillip Island. Down the inside goes Whincup. He's made a touch on it. He's actually gone by. Is that a bump and run? So it's all happening on the left of screen. Lowndes is going to be the winner, but it's on for the 3rd spot on the podium at the moment. Whincup's gone by. They'll argue about this one after the race. Let's look at that again. We were focused on the leader. It was all going on over the top of the hill. Jamie just had the dive bomb going down the inside. He's tagged the right rear corner.
Very clever.
Got down the inside, bumped, meantime, in David Reynolds' car. And this was a really cool move at turn 8. Down the inside, nicely done. McLaughlin Van Gisbergen did to him. And this had our eyes bulging. And all 3 of these drivers well and truly grabbed their attention.
Whoa.
And this was out of the middle of this, emerged.
He just went
Duff
for it
Tander.
there. Those 3-way
Doing his walking on water stunt.
battles
Coulthard coming out of turn
are
1.
just so enjoyable to watch.
And they're just bumping and grinding on the run down here. So that
Look at his
was
speed there as well.
pretty amazing exchange. 3 cars will never fit in.
Worth up the inside between turn 7 and turn 8. There's a rule here. You've got to be up there far enough before this corner, and he's done it. Good job.
So Van Gisbergen must have put the crisscross on between turn 6 and 7. Now he runs defensive. Here comes Ingle down the inside in the super cheap car. They are 3 wide into 9, squeezing Paul Dumbrell.
Good pass, Russell Ingle. 2 spots in 1 go.
Dumbrell's gone from 1st to 5th there. Will Davison will get ahead of him too.
Problem for Coulthard. So coasting and back into the pit lane. Wow.
It's a nice pass.
But given the fact that he's rounding up a slow car, they might go a bit easy on him at race control. sure that there's much he could do in reality.
Well, Tim Slade doing everything he can to survive, and he's got Frosty jamming it into him in the last corner. He can't bump and run, that might cause some tears. He's trying to get up the inside. It'll be neck and neck. Slade to the right, Frosty to the left, and Frosty grabs him at the line. Frosty grabs him at the line, but wasn't legit.
Dave Fuel all the way in, please.
This car to get closer, but no. Whincup down the inside. This is for the race lead, remember. Oh, it may not be done yet. Fabian's got the inside running at 10.
That leaves Jamie Whincup in the same spot that David Reynolds was a few laps back, but he gets it through. Unbelievably so.
Wow, that's brave.
Two finishes, Jamie Whincup and Andrew Thompson celebrate second. Third to Ford Performance Racing, and it's going to go down to the wire.
Jeez.
Whoa, Gartander gets ahead of Shane Van Gisbergen.
Got the best driver in the field right behind you now for 23 laps. He's got to do this, and this is not over with Brighton Tander again. We saw it in the first half. They're still on with it.
And now Bright's going to just keep him tight, try and hold him down, and look at this. Got the FBR car tucked in there as well.
That'll improve the speed of both those cars. Tander will lose 2 spots here.
So Will Davison got the drag beautifully. Tander and Bright. Well, Tander had his first race win of the year. And this battle continues to roll on mid-pack. Rick Kelly, Stephen Johnson, Steve Owen. Rick's in 12th. Stevie Johnson's going to fight him all the way up to the line. Who'll get there first? Kelly, I reckon. No, Johnson got him.
Lowndes has continued to claw up here as well. So here's the battle to the final corner. So Will tried to cover. It was at the last corner, all the action. And Gizzy got down the inside. That was a big invitation for Fabian. James got a benefit from that too.
Footing. Look at Bright closing in as well. As this race settles down, Kelly in defensive mode here. McConville not quite close enough under brakes. Look at this!
Get down there.
Cameron McConville goes for the big move and pulls it off on Rick Kelly in the closing stages. That was massive.
Some of the chances these drivers take, the bravery and skill that is required is very high level.
Stranded car, and McConville has not seen the yellow flag.
Oh, no.
This is... Well, hang on a minute. Rick Kelly's talking about the yellow flag. He's talking about going easy. Let's have a look here. Well, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and have verification from race control.
Yeah, that was some amazing action again. The best passes there. Some of the passes, some of the driving, the skill level is just off the chart. It's not even just the skill, it's the bravery, the inventiveness, the quick thinking to like take advantage of such small spaces and just push those cars as hard as they can. Loving everything I see about this sport. Tell me what you think about that. What's the best pass in that video? Yeah, thanks.